Hey, what's up, guys? Carl here with the video. And today I want to talk about the head coaching job for the Broncos there, and honestly, what we should do for a head coaching job for the Broncos there. Honestly, there's a lot of candidates who got actually interviewed for the head coaching job for the Broncos there going into this offseason there. Mostly actually technically checked on I think on the news there, where technically it looks like a lot of people want Sean Payton to be the next head coach of the Broncos there. Mostly, I know it's all speculation and rumors right now. We can't really interview Sean Payton until the 17th there. I can understand that there, saying about Sean Payton is not going to be technically interviewed until the 17th there. But when this is actually going to happen there for the coaching and experience, why we can actually get the games there and how this is going to be more efficient and stuff there. So, mostly we're just tired of having coaches there or technically flunks there. We just had mostly the last good coach we actually had was Gary Kubiak. Gary Kubiak was technically the last coach we actually had was actually good there. Yes, we actually have some pretty decent coaches also. We did have some pretty decent coaches and stuff. Mostly they were not that good compared to Gary Kubiak there, but technically I think it was decent enough there to actually find our next head coach there going forward. But so the candidates are, we have of course, everybody knows Sean Payton there. It's the first one. Sean Payton might be a pretty good option there to actually have there and stuff. He might actually help Russell Wilson there. We might see what he actually can fully do there. Sean Payton might be a pretty good thing there, but there's a pretty negative thing there where Sean Payton might be coming into it. The bad part about Sean Payton coming over to Denver there, we might actually lose a lot of talent there. We might actually lose a lot of talent there if Sean Payton does come to Denver there, because technically New Orleans actually has Sean Payton in his claws right now and stuff. Mostly that's the one negative thing about it. We'd be losing a lot of talent about it. We'd be losing a lot of talent there. That's the reason why Sean Payton might be pretty good there, but we also might lose talent because of that contract deal with the Saints he actually signed there, and that will be the reason why Sean Payton might be there. But all becoming there, I think Sean Payton might be a pretty good fit there to actually fit the Broncos there and actually try to actually help there, and then he can actually get Russell Wilson on the right track there. And that would be a nice thing for Russell Wilson there, being on the right track going into this offseason there. The next coach there, it's not really that high demand there, but technically the second head coach there, everybody's also been talking about, is Jim Harbaugh. Mostly Jim Harbaugh be perfect for the Broncos to actually have as the head coaching job there, because technically we don't have to give up too much stuff for Jim Harbaugh there. Jim Harbaugh is more cheaper there compared to Sean Payton there, where everybody really likes Sean Payton there. But I think Jim Harbaugh might be another great candidate there for fitting in the job there. Mostly it depends if he wants to stay with Notre Dame. It depends if he wants to still stay with the college team he's already in there right now. I think there's some regular stations there from the head college sport lead there. Mostly they actually have some dirt on Jim Harbaugh there. I guess on the NCNN, the NCNN there has some dirt on Jim Harbaugh there, what he actually did there from some from allegations and stuff like that, something he actually did there. So maybe if he's having some issues right there, you don't think he might be coming to the NFL and try to find a job as a head coach there. I think that might be another thing he might actually try to do there. If he does come to the NFL, honestly, I think the Broncos are the biggest one to actually land Harbaugh there, because technically the Broncos are the biggest one to land Harbaugh there because of the reason he can actually run the team there. He can run the team much better there. He can actually smooth the team over and stuff. I think he can do much better. Honestly, possibly the Broncos could be a playoff contending team going into next year, or possibly a wild card team going into next year, if Harbaugh is the head coach of the Broncos there. But it also depends on Russell Wilson there and how he is going to be playing into this factor there, and how Russ is going to try to actually playing in this factor there, and see how Harbaugh might be the guy there going forward. But I think it'd be a better idea there, because I think Harbaugh might bring in a lot of guys there who honestly are on his coaching team there, and actually fix up the line there. That's what we need. It's mostly our line actually is not that great there, but he might fix up the Broncos line there and actually fix what is the wrong or the bad thing, what's actually happening with the Broncos line there and stuff. The next one is the next coaching list there is possibly Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, I'm kind of like maybe a 50-50 there. He did pretty well with the Cowboys there. He did pretty well with the Cowboys there. Mostly having success with Dak Prescott there, but it just depends how they're gonna or not. Mostly Dan Quinn might be a okay candidate there. He knows how to run the defense a little bit, but he's not as good compared to the defensive coach we actually have now with Hackett's head coaching staff there, because technically Hackett's defensive coach there was actually much better there, and Dan Quinn there. So I don't really see us picking up Dan Quinn. I just don't really see us picking him up there. I just don't really feel the reason why we should pick up Dan Quinn there. Even if he did pretty well, honestly, I might be a 50-50 on Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn could be a type of a coach there who can actually see something down the field, but we don't know if he can fit that head coaching role, and that's just the main part. I think he just can't. He'd be a pretty great defensive coordinator, don't get me wrong about that, but technically as a head coaching type of thing there, I just don't see him actually being really well as a head coach there. Plus, a head coaching job is much harder than a defensive coordinator and an offense coordinator. So yeah, that's another one there. And I guess there's some other mentionables there. We actually had there's a college guy there from Georgia is interested, so that might be a pretty interesting scene to actually see him being into this run there. The guy from the Lions, I forgot what his name was. He might be an okay coordinator or okay coach there, but he actually did pretty well. He actually got the Lions. I think he's technically an ex-Dolphins coach there, and also an ex-Lions coach. But this guy, the one I was talking about, he actually did pretty well with the Lions there. Actually came in with 7-9, and then they just canned him. Missing the playoffs there, barely missing the playoffs there. I think he might be an okay defensive coordinator or offensive head coach there going forward. He might be okay. I don't know if he might be like a mid type of coach there, and then I don't know how he's gonna append his decisions there for the thing. So yeah, that's just pretty much it on that. And then the other interviews they did, I don't know too much about them, and I don't know too much about their coaching schemes there. But yeah, what do you guys think about these candidates there? What do you think is going to be the next Broncos head coach there? Comment down below. Comment, rate, and response to Tooth Barrels. We like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on the uploads for our response to Tooth Barrels. Like, check out, add your peace.